Hi, I'm Daniel Lucas, and welcome to Book 101 Review. Book 101 is all about the books that I read for the last 40 years. And today I have my special guest. He is a visionary entrepreneur, funding strategies, and the founder of the Wealth Club. No other than Mr. Marcus Lloyd.
Hey, Daniel, thank you for having me. And I appreciate the opportunity to talk to your guests and share my story.
Welcome to Book 101, Mr. Marcus, and can you please introduce more about yourself?
My name is Marcus Lloyd, born and raised in Los Angeles, California. I'm 37 years old. Um, I'm a owner and founder of the Wealth Lab. The Wealth Lab is a platform that's built a community that's built around wealth. And it starts with the foundation of credit repair, and we work our way all the way up to the asset protection based around IUL policies, getting bonded, trust, and certain corporate structure to make sure that everything that you build and work hard for throughout your life is protected, even when you're gone, and passed to your family in the right manner, the right way.
Definitely. So, Mr. Marcus, let's talk about resilience, mindset shift, and financial transformation in a millionaire mindset after the mod. How do you define the mod in the context of developing millionaire mindset? Is it a purely financial hardship or something deeper?
Um, no, millionaire mindset to me is much, much more than financial. Because as the famous Jim Rohn would say, someone can give you $1 million today, and it's best you become a millionaire or you're going to lose it. So it's based around, with me, it's based around a lot of discipline, focus, structure, and strategy in your personal and business life, and being a person of humility and character, being able to focus out and being selfless. A lot of people think that being a millionaire or having a mindset of a millionaire is to be selfish, to want more. But a true millionaire mindset comes with being of service, being able to see for your fellow brother or sister what you see for yourself. And when you can create opportunities for your fellow brother or fellow sister, then that in turn creates an opportunity for you, because in the universe you give it and you receive it as well. So millionaire mindset is based around operating from an elevated space and just being a man or woman of your word.
What was the specific moment or realization that made you understand your current mindset was not serving your desire for abundance?
Okay, so my story is a unique one. Is one to be discussed. I started young. I was getting into trouble as a teenager, running with the wrong crowds, looking for. I'm not sure what I was looking for, but whatever it was, it was misplaced. My energy was misplaced. I was trying to prove myself, being rebellious. I ended up becoming a victim of the system at a young age, juvenile system, and that transitioned into my adult life. I served a 3 year sentence at the age of 19. Didn't learn my lesson. I didn't learn my lesson. I actually had went in there. It's crazy. I had my whole face full of tattoos. I was just running with the wrong people. Came home and served another 8 year sentence. Now, in that time, I lost so much. I had a child that was born that I didn't get to meet at the time. I had my grandmother passed away, my great grandmother passed away, my grandfather. So it was such a eye opening moment for me to see that life is not going to wait for me. And if I want to have something out of this life, I want to make something of myself, I have to be intentional, and I have to create these opportunities for myself and not wait for someone to give me those opportunities. And in the same time, that was where the seed was planted for me to start transforming. And so at the same, it wasn't driven by clout, or it wasn't even driven by money. 'Cause at the same, I was in prison, so it was no clout or money. It was driven by a pure desire to be a righteous human and to share my story with the world and to show that transformation is possible. It was driven by a spirit higher than myself. Um, I've been I've been shot. I've been stabbed. There's been so many things, so many instances where I could have been gone and not been here. So sitting back and reflecting, my purpose is much bigger than I could ever imagine. So all I can do is get up every day and pursue that in a high fashion. And that seed was planted, like I said, when I was incarcerated. And I started with slow, small atomic habits, and they began to grow into something bigger. Came home, kept those habits up, and this is what we have.
What was the most damaging belief about money, success, or your own worth that you carried out of your difficult period?
Okay, the most damaging belief for me about money, uh, one of them has to be that you have to work for it, that you have to exchange your time for a dollar amount, and that puts a limitation on you, and it also puts you in the mindset of survival and struggle. So when we're operating from a space of survival and struggle, we don't have the space to be abundant or create. And true wealth comes from creation. We are creative beings. Our spirit is creative, so we're meant to create. But you can't create if you're constantly under stress. So I feel like that system right there is a system that's designed to keep you in a race that's going nowhere fast. So when we are able to break above that system and sit with ourselves and begin to create, create small things, create within ourselves first, and that your subconscious will receive that message, and from there you can begin to create more and more abundance. You begin to create a different level of belief in yourself. The belief system is another, as I say in my classes, you can have the most grand goals in the world. You can have the goals of making $100 million, but if you don't truly believe that that's possible, then you will fall to your belief system much faster than you arrive to your goals.
How did operating in survival mode during your tough times fundamentally rewire your relationship with risk, opportunity, or even receiving good things?
Operating in survival mode, again, it's a different level of stress. I like to refer to Jim Rohn here, as he says, if you see an animal in the wild and they're running from another animal, they're under a fight or flight mode. But that animal, once they get in a safe zone, they turn that off and they're back normal. As human beings, when we operate under stress and survival mode, we never turn it off. So when someone does come with the opportunity, your stress and survival mode tells you it may be something attached or it may be a scam. So you don't understand how money works. So you're not willing to move so fast on those. Or, as I say, you don't feel like you have the ability to create. You feel like you have to depend on someone else to give you opportunities. So that right there is, for me, it led me to want to get fast money. It led me to want that instant gratification. Um, because I didn't feel like I had the ability to create until I did, until I was able to sit with myself, until I was able to see what life is energy, and what I did on this side of the spectrum, I can take that energy and transfer it on this side and create much more abundance than I did damage, because the laws of the universe, the positivity is going to compound much faster. So with that right there, I feel like survival mode will keep you second guessing everything and constantly having you just chasing something that doesn't exist. But the translation of that, when you do transfer that energy, um, you're willing to take risks in a positive manner. So it allows opportunities to come to you. When you're standing in a space of integrity and you're taking those same risks in a positive manner, and you're pursuing things in a positive fashion from a place of service with the same tenacity as over here, the same tenacity as that survival, the same belief as you won't get it, then it does something. The universe conspires with you and you're able to create in abundance. Um, and that's my belief on that.
Mr. Marcus, can you share a specific practice or technique beyond just positive thinking that you use to physically rewire your brain towards abundance, and how long before you notice a shift?
So for me personally, it's exercise, because my mindset, I work out every day, 7 days a week. I work out. My mindset walking into the gym is that I'm going in here dealing with nothing but obstacles and challenges. It's a place full of obstacles where I'm meant to challenge myself to overcome those obstacles. So when I finish, I do that first thing in the morning. So when I finish that task and I shower up and I sit in the sauna and I shower up, when I step out into the world and I step out into the air, um, it tells me I can do anything. I've started my day with a win. I started my day tackling challenges and overcoming obstacles. So that right there in itself rewires your brain. If you let it, it will rewire your brain into believing you can do anything, and whatever you believe is true. If you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can't, you can't.
Yes, people materialize it. And believe in yourself.
Believe it.
Rewiring often means facing uncomfortable truth. What was the hardest internal belief or fear you had to confront head on during this process?
That I was not keeping my word with myself. I was not a man of my word. I didn't keep my word with people around me nor myself. And I took a few workshops, transformational workshops, emotional intelligence workshops, leadership workshops. And one thing I learned that when you make plans with yourself or when you tell yourself something, give yourself your word, every time you don't stick to that plan or you go against what you told yourself you're going to do, you lose a little bit of your self-worth. A little bit of your self-worth dies every time you don't keep your word with yourself. And your subconscious begins to believe when you say, man, I'm going to start going to the gym every day. Your subconscious tells you, no, you're not, because you never keep your word to yourself. So I had to rewire myself, and I started with small wins. I would start with daily wins. I would start with, like, hey, I'm going to knock out. I know that I like to work out, so I would say I'm going to knock out 100 push-ups today and just knock it out. I'm going to do it every day for 30 days. And the fact that you told yourself you was going to do it, then you actually execute and do it, your subconscious says, oh, maybe he's going to start keeping his word. And it becomes easier and easier. Next thing you know, it's habit. And that was my one of my hardest truths was just that I wasn't a man of my word. And not being a man of my word, I wasn't going to get nothing out of his life. So
Hmm. And Mr. Marcus, how did you disentangle your inherent self worth from your financial situation or past struggles? How is it crucial for the millionaire mindset?
um so again, energy, you affirmations. Wake up daily and tell yourself that you're worth it. I woke up daily and you tell yourself what's going to happen. And it's so disciplined. So I used to operate from a space of I need to be motivated to do this. Like if I didn't feel motivated, then it wasn't going to get done. So that discipline, when I started to say it doesn't matter how I feel, it doesn't matter how I feel. It's like let me take this tenacity again and apply it regardless of how I feel and make it work. And that mindset, again, it comes from being in the trenches and being in certain places where you have to have a tough, fearless, relentless mindset. So I was able to take that mindset again and transition it into something still tough and fearless and relentless, but yet is driven by purpose now.
So,
So yes.
Mr. Marcus, as a visionary entrepreneur, funding strategies, and founder of the Wealth Lab, what are your short term and long term goals?
Okay, so my short-term goal is to adjust the financial trajectory of 100 families by end of year through my community. You come sign up in the community. Like I say, we're offering such an amazing offer and done for you service within there that it's no way that you can't win if you stick to the map that we give you. And then my long term is 5,000 millionaires over a 5,000 year period. Over a 5 year period from 2025 to 2030. 5,000 millionaires. Completely possible, completely doable. Like again, my parent company is Blue Synergy Holdings, and I named it Blue Synergy because I believe in the power of synergy. If I could lift 100 pounds by myself and you could lift 100 pounds by yourself, that's good energy. Combined, we can do 300. So with a plethora of people in the community, we can create a mass of riches and change the financial trajectory of everyone that's in there. And that's my goal. That's my purpose, to be of service to the people and to create opportunities.
The power of synergy, people. And thank you for your short term and long term goals. Good luck for that, Mr. Marcus. And looking forward for more success. And what would be your piece of advice for those people out there want to be like you?
My piece of advice is to be relentless. When it looks like it's not going to work, lean into it. When it feels like it's painful, when it hurts, keep going. If you're scared, do it. Those those emotions, those reactions right there are our natural body's inclination when we see something that we're not used to or something that we don't understand. But true power and true resilience, it comes from pushing through, from leaning into it. When it's fearful, lean into the fear. Don't let the fear. No issue is bigger than us. We're spiritual beings and we can overcome and overstand anything that comes within our path. We have to believe that. And once you believe that, nothing is impossible.
Yes, again, people believe in within yourself and will be successful for sure. First thing first, believe within yourself. And thank you for that advice, Mr. Marcos. And can you please recommend a book that influenced your journey?
Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich by Mr. Napoleon Hill. It is the godfather of financial and motivational books. If you
Mhm.
ask me, it should be a required book in high school
Yes,
because that
definitely.
book goes on everything from mindset. Like it starts with mindset creation to understanding the value of putting things on paper and embodying and becoming that. So that book touches it's going to really help you create the wealth that you desire. I actually have a limited edition copy that I like to read back here, and I keep it right next to the chair. Think and Grow Rich
Yes, by Napoleon Hill,
by
people.
Napoleon Hill. Yes,
It's a classic but empowering book.
very empowering.
Thank you. Thank you for that empowering books, Mr. Marcus. And how has your journey through the mod uniquely equipped you for sustainable success in a way someone without that experience might lack?
Um, start with small wins. Start with small wins. So the day that you make the decision to pursue your passion or whatever it is, don't get stuck in the planning phase. Do not get stuck in the planning phase. You start with small wins and you just go after it and understand that the universe will conspire with you. It's going to work in your favor when you have a true, undeniable, unwavering faith. As it says in Think and Grow Rich, definiteness of purpose. When you come with definiteness of purpose, the universe will conspire with you every time.
Many who rise from hardship grapple with guilt or feeling undeserving. How did you overcome this specific barrier to
Okay,
receiving
so
abundance?
yeah, so we have to understand that we are not our past. We are not our past. We are not our mistakes. We are not anything. Those mistakes and anything that we've come from our past have helped divine us and turn us into the beautiful beings that we are today. They've given us character. It has given us swag and the ability to move in and out of certain rooms. So we have to overcome that fear that we're not accepted. Or I used to have that fear. I would feel like I could walk into a space and that everyone sees me, that everyone knows I'm not a good person. But that was only me in my head. So when I got over myself and realized that I'm not that important. Everyone doesn't see me. That's just me struggling with myself. So we have to push through that. And we have to understand that we are not our past. We are not our mistakes. And that every day we wake up with a chance and a choice. You have a chance to make the right choice. And that's where we come from, that space.
So, how do you balance the patient, consistent growth required for true rewarding within the driven hustle often associated with wealth building?
Um, I stick to a program, and I don't allow the trees in the forest to block the bigger vision.
Yes.
I understand that a bad moment doesn't make a bad day, which doesn't make a bad life. So something may, if I walk outside right now and someone hit my car, getting mad or ranting and raving is not going to fix it. The best thing to do is to proceed with solution. The best thing to do is always come with solution instead of looking at the problem. When we are solution based with our approach and what we do, we actually have much less stress. Like I would never say that life doesn't come with stress, but when you are solution based, you tend to have much less stress because you believe in your ability to overcome. Because you know that this is just a short, this too shall pass. So always operate from a space of being solution based. Never discuss the problem unless the problem is followed up by a solution. And that's that. Because where your attention goes, your energy flows. So if your attention's on the problem, your energy will be there as well. So put your attention on the solution and you will eliminate a lot of problems. So that works.
Eliminate for sure lots of problem. And Mr. Marcus, before we wrap up our discussion for today, I'm inviting you to please do listen to my other podcast, people. My other podcast, because my abstract essay is already in fifth season, abstract poetry in second season, and my book 101 review in fifth season too. Comedy 101 in second season, and food 101 in fifth season as well. Geography 101 in fourth season, and my baby podcast Law 101 and Mental Health 101, Love Letters in third season, and Movie 101 Review and Music 101 in its fourth season, and Science 101 and Sex 101 in its first season. Please listen to them wherever you listen your podcast. Mr. Marcus, if you could give one piece of actionable advice to someone currently deep in their own mud, desperately wanting to rewire but feeling stuck, what would it be?
Again, where your attention goes, your energy flows. Start every morning with a motivating affirmation. Sit with yourself for 5 minutes and picture your day. Picture your wins. Envision your wins. Ask yourself, who am I today? What am I willing to overcome today? And what will I create today?
Definitely. Mr. Marcus Lloyd, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world. And looking forward for more and more and more success. So can you please invite our listeners to support your advocacy, your business, or any projects that you are doing right now?
Hey, so you can see us on Instagram, Synergetic Consulting. On Instagram is Synergetic Consulting. We run free live webinars every Sunday and we give away amazing deals. I'm talking about offers that's worth thousands that we're doing for less than a dinner. So Synergetic Consulting on Instagram or the school app, the Wealth Lab VIP. I would love to see you there.
Yes.
I love you all. I can't wait to do this. Can't wait to see you.
Yes, people, let's support Mr. Marcus Lloyd because if you support him, for sure, more and more and more empowering business to come, more and more empowering legacy to come, for sure, and more empowering advocacy to come. So, Mr. Marcus, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me, Daniel.
More to come, people. See you soon.